A few weeks ago, we had a Christmas party at our house, and we had several of our friends from our community group come over. And it was one of those where you kind of hop around from house to house and you do, I think it's called a progressive dinner. And so we were the last stop, and one of my really sweet friends came up to me and she said, "I see what you mean when you say that your home is peaceful." She said, "I feel like your home just kind of gives that calm feeling. And it's not because my home is perfectly decluttered. It's not because it's spotless clean, because it sure is not. There is dust and dog hair floating around, and my house is not clean all the time by any means. But it's easy to keep clean because I just don't keep a lot of visual clutter out. I have really reduced the visual clutter in my home." And when she said that, it made me feel like I have achieved my goal. But just stick around, because today I'm going to be sharing with you guys some tips and tricks that you can implement today that will take your home from cluttered chaos to calm and peaceful. Hi guys, and welcome back. My name is Caitlin. If you are new around here, and this is the Simply Organized Home, where I share tips and tricks on how we can live a little bit more simply, declutter our spaces, finally get on budgets, and just enjoy life without feeling the need for more and more. Peter Walsh has been known to say, "Our homes should be the antidote to stress, not the cause of it." But so many of us go home at the end of a very busy day feeling overwhelmed and anxious and just stressed out as soon as we walk in the door. Our homes should be a peaceful haven, a place where we can just relax and unwind at the end of a very busy day and feel relaxed and rejuvenated to start the next day in this crazy world. But that's not always the case. Step back right now and look around your home. Do you feel anxious? Do you like what you see? Do you feel calm and relaxed? Does your home give you that sense of peace? Sure, you might have a pile of dishes next to your sink and a load of laundry to fold in the corner, but try to look beyond those things. Do you feel calm and rejuvenated in your space, even if there are tasks that need to be done? Or do you feel overwhelmed and anxious and like there's many tasks that you need to do that are piling up on top of the day-to-day living that takes place in our homes? Those dishes and those laundry, those things that we have to do every day. Are you feeling the burden of things stacking one on top of another? If you're feeling that anxious and nervous feeling in your home, then I want you to try a few of these tips that I'm going to share with you that can help you to reduce the visual clutter in your home and bring that sense of calm and peace to your space. I think sometimes we live in our spaces and we just kind of put things where we feel like they need to be, and then we let them live there for the rest of their lives. And sometimes we need to just realize that things are not permanent fixtures on our walls, on our surfaces, on our countertops. We can remove them. We have that power. We are in charge of what we put in our homes and how we display things in our homes. So the first step is to go around your space, whatever space you're working with. If you're working in your kitchen or you're working in your living room, you want to bring peace to your dining room or your master bedroom. Look around your space and find 2 or 3 things that you can remove right now. 2 or 3 things that you just don't love, you don't care about, and they're just distracting you from the things that you do love. You will probably find this space to be peaceful. I was watching a video from Joshua Becker the other day, and one of his comments was that we can decorate our homes more by removing things, by subtracting things. And really got me thinking, because I feel like if you're in the decor world at all on YouTube, it's more is better. But the reality is that sometimes we have too much, and what we have, we need to just take down a notch. And we might be able to see this peaceful feeling in our homes if we just remove, if we just subtract. By removing just 2 or 3 things at a time, you will probably begin to get that feeling of peace and calm, and then you'll probably want to try another couple things, and then another couple things. And I'm not saying you have to get rid of all of those things. Find a box or a tote and put them in your garage. Use the halfway home. Don't feel like it's necessary for you to get rid of them like right this minute today. If you're not feeling confident in letting those things go just yet, Feel free to use the halfway home. I will leave a link down below to a video that I shared all about how you can use the halfway home to declutter your home super quickly. But utilize that halfway home, declutter those spaces, free up those surfaces and those walls and those countertops, and really get this sense and feeling of what it's like to see less in your space. My next tip is to decide what your company ready timeline threshold is. So when I say this, what I mean is how much time do you want to spend to get your home company ready? If somebody calls you right now and says, hey, I'm heading over, I'll be there in half an hour. Could you realistically clean up your home and be ready in half an hour or 15 minutes or 20 minutes or 1 hour? Or would you feel the need to spend a day or a half a day or several hours cleaning your home before you invited people into your home? So maybe you want your home to have, each room to have a 5-minute threshold of, I can tidy this up in 5 minutes. I could tidy up my whole house in 30 minutes. And it's not that you want your home to be perfect for people. You want your home to just be tidied. There's a very big difference. There's a very big difference between spotless baseboards and picked up and clutter-free surfaces, because when we invite people into our homes, we're saying, I have room for you here. I have space for you to come into my home. I don't feel the need to shove everything in my closet. I don't feel the need to shut the door and not let you peek into my home when you come over to drop something off. I want to welcome you into my home. I have room for you here. You are loved here and you are cared for here. And that is the feeling that I want to give in my home. And I think that's the feeling that a lot of us want. We want to be more hospitable. We want to be able to invite people into our homes. We just don't feel like we're there yet. And if you're feeling that way, decide what your clutter threshold is. Decide what your company ready threshold is, and then continue to remove things until you can do that successfully. My third tip is to utilize hidden storage. We don't all live in Pinterest or Instagram worthy homes, and that is okay. We live in the real world. We are not living in showrooms. We're not living in show homes. We're not living in pristine perfection. We are living life in our homes. And so however you're living, whatever your circumstances, whatever your season of life, you need to be prepared for those seasons. If you have babies, you probably are going to have diapers and wipes in several different rooms, but that doesn't mean that you need to have the big red or blue boxes shoved in the corner of your room or of your home so that you can grab a diaper and a wipe at the, blink of an eye. I've been there and I've done that. I know what that's like. You can utilize hidden storage to hide away those things that you do need to use every day. So think of creative ways that you can hide away things. Baskets hide all of the things. If you were to walk into my home on a weekday between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m., you would see books scattered everywhere. You would see papers, you would see pencils, you would probably see glue sticks and craft supplies and pillows thrown about. You would see all of the things because we're a homeschooling family. We homeschool in our living room, in our kitchen, and our dining room. And so when you walk into our home those days, you are going to see school stuff everywhere. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. If you come into my house between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. On Monday through Friday, you should see those things out and about. However, I don't want my home to feel like a schoolhouse. I don't want my home to feel like a school, like a classroom at a school. So I have utilized hidden storage with baskets and cabinets and drawers to hide away all of those school items. You don't know that they're there. If you walk into my home after 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, things are pretty much put away by then. And you'll see that my pillows are put back, my kids' books are put away. All of those things are tidied up because I have utilized hidden storage and put those things away. We live life in our homes. Our homes are meant to be lived in, but they're not meant to be a cluttered mess all the time. Utilize hidden storage, and instead of storing away things that you're not using, store away the things that you do use every single day. Following that same tip, if you have a lot of appliances on your countertop, I highly encourage you to consider removing some of them. I am not saying that we all need to be part of the completely 100% cleared off countertop club. That is not realistic for so many of us. And I am not about to tell you that your countertops have to be completely cleared off. However, I would venture to bet that there is stuff on your countertops that has taken up permanent residency in a corner or next to your sink or next to your stove or somewhere on your countertops, and it doesn't need to be there. There might be a few appliances that you could put away. There might be some decorations that you could put away. Try to remove 3 or 4 things. It doesn't have to be everything. Just remove some of it. Remove half of it. And see how your countertops feel, and see how the space in your home feels just by making that change. And you might be saying, oh, but I have all of these things on my countertops and I don't have a place to put them. This is where you go to the back of your cabinet or the back of your pantry or the back of your drawers and you say, what is back here that I'm not using, that I'm not pulling out hardly at all, if ever? Those are the things that need to go. The things that are sitting on your countertops are likely things you're using at least on a semi-regular basis, especially if they're appliances. But those things can be tucked away. They can be put away. We keep our coffee pot on our countertop. I have a small jar with some wooden spoons that I reach for every single night when I cook, and we have usually a bowl of fruit on our counters. Beyond that, most of my countertops are pretty clutter-free. I don't like to keep a lot because it gives me more space to cook, and I enjoy cooking, in a cleared off space. Not everybody wants everything to be put away, and that's okay, but I would venture to bet that you could remove some of it. And my last tip is to give your eyes room to rest. Pan around your room right now and see, do your eyes have space to just rest? We don't need to fill every surface with stuff. We don't need to fill every corner with furniture. Our eyes crave space to rest. We need to see room for our eyes to breathe. If you're filling every single surface all the way across every piano, every sideboard, every bookcase, from left to right, completely covered in stuff, your eyes do not have room to rest. And if you're feeling especially stuffy in your rooms or in your home, then you likely have covered your surfaces and covered your counters with things. And instead of doing that, remove some of it, not all of it. This is not, live with nothing. This is not have no decor. This is just live with less than you have been living with. Every person's clutter threshold is just a little bit different. We don't all need to live in stark, white, boring homes, but we also don't all need to live in homes that are overtaken by stuff that we're surrounded by and that's literally suffocating us. If you're feeling overwhelmed by the visual clutter in your home, I hope that you guys found some tips here today. Just continue to remove items until you've reached your just enough threshold. Remember that you're not creating a Pinterest-worthy, Instagram-worthy home. Our homes should function for us. If your home is beautiful, but it's not functioning, then what's the point? Our homes should be a reflection of our lives. They should tell the story of what's happening every single day in our homes. And it's probably a beautiful thing. So instead of filling your home with all of the trinkets from Hobby Lobby and all of the beautiful things that you see on Pinterest and Instagram, try to just fill your homes with the beautiful things that are your life, that make your home lived in, because those are already beautiful. I hope that you guys have a great day, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.